With climate change's increasing impacts on agriculture, civil society groups from the Philippines are advocating for agroecology as climate solution at the United Nations Climate Change Conference or COP29 in Baku, Azerbaijan.
In the Philippines, farmers are on the front lines of the impacts of El Nino, La Nina, and extreme weather events. Civil society groups such as the Magsasaka Tipico para sa pag-unlad ng agrikultura or Masipag are pushing for the urgent adoption of sustainable farming and moving away from conventional farming practices.
Isa sa mga drivers talaga ng climate crisis ay yung sektor ng agrikultura. Specifically yung sektor ng industrial agriculture, yung chemical at capital intensive agriculture.
At COP29, Masipag Leodegario Velayo, a 59-year-old farmer leader from Gapan Nueva Ecija, shares how he's embracing agroecology to adapt to the climate crisis.
Dahil sa laki ng mga ginagastos sa sakahan, yung sa conventional natin, ay dala ng mga kalamidad, ay halos walang inani yung mga magsasaka.
Velayo joins other agroecology advocates at the COP29 side event, sharing his journey to transitioning to drought-tolerant and early maturing rice varieties for this year's cropping season. At a separate protest, Velayo shares that Masipag has developed various rice varieties based on farmers' unique challenges.
Sa pamamagitan ng likas kayang pagsasaka at ang binhing minanam mula pa sa aming mga ninuno, ay nakapag-develop kami ng mahigit 100 klaseng binhi na climate resilience.
With his extensive practices in agroecology farming, Velayo and Rowena Buena of Masipag have developed 50 rice varieties in their trial farm which they maintain. According to the Pesticide Action Network International, agroecology and pesticide reform implementation can address the challenges that farmers face due to climate change and attain a resilient food system.
Mahalaga ang agroecology lalo sa gitna ng matinding climate crisis. Dahil sa pamamagitan ng agroecology, may kakayahan ng ating mga magsasaka, ang ating mga rural communities na lumikha ng pagkain sa paraan na hindi nasisira ang kalikasan.
The agriculture sector accounts for 1/3 of greenhouse gas emissions globally, according to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization.
So, nakikita po globally na kailangan na po talagang magbago yon. And to do that, marami po mga food and climate activists na nagko-call sa just transition into just, humane, climate resilient, and sustainable food systems that is geared more for people's food and not for the global markets.
Civil society groups globally are also urging world leaders to address loss and damage in the agriculture sector by supporting farmer-led and climate-resilient programs.
Ang mayor na focus ngayon ng COP29 ay climate financialization. Umaasa kami na makiklinch natin yung loss and damages fund, pero hindi lang dapat doon magtatapos yun, bagkus ay ito ay pupunta yung suporta nito, yung pondo na to ay pupunta sa mga totoong inisyatiba at mga totoong mga tunay na climate resilient at climate mitigating activities na mismong magsasaka naman yung nangunguna sa loob ng habang panahon. Yun ang likas kayang pagsasaka.
Hindi po kami umaasa na dito po natin makakamit yung pagbabago sa food systems, pero iniingganyo po namin ang lahat na magbago na po yung perspektiba sa pagkain at hindi na po tayo magre-rely doon sa mga malalaking kumpanya.
For Velayo, attending COP29 is an opportunity to air Filipino farmers' concerns and challenges to the world.
Mahalaga din naman na ipapabot namin doon yung aming mga karaingan. Kaya nito yung mga karaingan namin bilang doon sa lalo na ang ating mga binhi ngayon ay gusto pa uling kunin ng mga malaking korporasyon na halos kailangan nating i-register yung ating mga seeds.
As COP29 wraps up its 2-week negotiations, Velayo and agroecology advocates hope that global leaders will hear their voices to transition away from unsustainable agriculture and empower farmers to adopt to climate change. Edmond de los Santos, Rappler, Baku, Azerbaijan.